Good morning and welcome to SimbaviTravels, and this time I am in Tiblisi, Georgia. Yes, this is a part of Eastern Europe and it was just a lovely trip. So the first part of my stay was at Ambassadori Hotel Tiblisi, and this is the stunning view from my room. And of course, that was the very gorgeous lobby. I just had to record it. It was so exciting for the eyes. And this is a trip that I took for my younger brother's birthday. And his family and my other brother's family were flying in from Dubai. And I was flying in from Amsterdam to meet in Tiblisi, Georgia. So I flew in at night, and once I reached my hotel room, I was famished and I needed some great food, and that's exactly what I was offered. Next, I showered up and got ready, waited for my family, and then, ta-da, I met my brothers, met their families, and we all got together in the lobby looking fresh and head out for our first meal. Because of course when we meet, we're a nice Indian family and we love our food. So we click lots of photos in the lobby and we head out to an amazing Indian restaurant, and that's where cheers to lots of local beer and some yummy food. And it was the first time I was meeting my darling niece Saira. From there, we headed to the aerial tram. Yes, it was another fun killer. And we got onto this tram and we were told that it is the best views on top. And you can see all of Tiblisi from there. It's just absolutely stunning. So the entire family along with the bachas got onto this tram and we head our way up in the air. To the highest point where you can see all of Tiblisi, the castles and the churches and the bridges and the water. It was a really stunning view, and of course you can see how much of an elevation that is, and the tram takes you right on top. Come enjoy the gorgeous view with me and my family and look at downtown Tiblisi. And here we learned that there was a petting zoo. Yes, there are lots of fun activities to do. There's a petting zoo, there's lots of play opportunities and swings and rides for the kids. And so we decided to go to the petting zoo, and there we saw lots and lots of animals. We saw rabbits and we saw turtles and we saw chickens and we saw an ostrich and lots of other animals and goats. I'm not sure if I was very happy with the way they'd kept these animals, but of course the kids did get excited. They got to feed them and we did see all of them, so I was happy for that. But I hope they can do a better job at keeping all those animals nicely. Of course, the next stop for the day was the bazaar. Now, when you're in Eastern Europe, they have the best bazaars, and so I had to go visit one. So from all the dried fruits to all the candy to all the local offerings, there was so much to see and it was just lovely. And then we head back to the hotel because it was time to celebrate my brother's birthday. This is how we've done his room. Happy birthday. Cheers, it's your birthday, dude, you're old. And we've got the drinks ready, and we've got the cake ready with the boobs and the panties. And we've got all the balloons up. And we've got, let's get weird. Some flowers. Cheers, cheers.
Salute, salute, salute. Yes.
So after all the birthday shenanigans, it was now time to take a day trip up to the mountains. And while we did that, we crossed the lake, we crossed a castle, and we did tons of beautiful things. At the first stop, of course, it was so scenic and so colorful that the family had to get off our little van and click tons of photos. And there in the background, you can see this beautiful castle right in the middle of these green hills close to the lake. The first activity we did was river rafting. I was doing this after a long time, but I can vouch for it that this is one of the best things we did.
So are you ready, bhai? Ready ho? Yes. You see. Right. There, up. It's no problem, sit here. No problem, sit here. Here. Up. ये लो भाई हाँ भाई रेडी
Ready? Go. Okay, thank you. Come on, boys. You can do it. Put a little power to it. Wiggle. Woohoo! Oh my God. Yeah!
पापा की पेंटिंग के लिए कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो ना
And those are the hills, right? And oh my God! Go! That's me! Woohoo! And that is Sagi! Jump!
नीचे डालना है ऊपर से क्या कर रहे हैं
कितना मजा आ रहा है Leman! Hi! Anayat, hello!
After having a lovely time on that river, we actually drove further up into the mountains because we were told that there is this gorgeous spot for paragliding. Now, paragliding is one thing I wanted to do all my life. But since most of you would know and now would learn that I have always been a big baby. Yes, I've always been overweight. And very recently, I got a bariatric surgery and I lost a few pounds, I think quite a bit. And I was really excited because I was told that I would be able to get on. And for that, we went all the way up this mountain just so that I could do paragliding. And so did one of my nieces. She was literally the youngest child they've ever taken paragliding. So this was so exciting for the entire family. I got to do it being an overweight child, and the youngest child got to do it in the family. You have to see how much fun we had.
भाई सुन रहा मेरी बेटी वो होगा सही होगा
After the very, very eventful paragliding, our next day too was full of adventure. So our first stop was at a beautiful Georgian restaurant because our tour guide actually wanted us to enjoy some Georgian food. And I must tell you, Georgian food is very close to Indian taste buds. They actually have beans, and they have momos, and they have lovely rice and lots of fish and lots of other different things in their food. And we of course enjoyed all of that. And then the following evening we actually went out to Old Town Tiblisi and just enjoyed the vibe, took in all the beautiful views. Literally the city lights up at night, so all the castles around light up, and it's really gorgeous to walk the roads, walk the Peace Bridge. It's just lovely. After having done that, it was now time to go to the very, very famous wine region. Yes. So very close to Tiblisi is a wine region, and if you're there, you must make a visit to one or the other winery. They're all beautiful. And of course, we went to this one with the entire family, and we did lots of wine tasting in a wine factory called KTW, and they're telling us how wine is made, and they're getting us to sip it. It's in these huge ass containers, and yeah, this is where it's fermented, and it's really, really cool. Cognac, 10 years, one shot. Cheers, boys. And we're on top of the mountain, and we're going to be visiting that village. But before we do that, we're going to zip line. My family is getting scared as always, trying to go on these zip lines. And that's the view, my friends. And this is the zip line. Woohoo!
Come on, Simran.
Jai Sai Ram! Jai Sai Ram! Yeah, and scream, scream! Woo! Awesome!
बड़ी है, बहुत टाइट है.
So after the amazing ziplining adventure, we actually got on to ATVs, alternative terrain vehicles, all of us, different kinds. And we packed the entire family onto them and we drove up the mountain onto the other side into the village to see beautiful views and just to take in all the culture, the heritage and the architecture of that little village. And it was such an eventful evening. I mean, all of us were thrilled, from driving the ATVs to being on those cobbled streets to literally having our bums bruised on those ATVs. We did it all. We stopped for some food and some drinks and we just took it all in, and it was such a blast. I mean, a trip with the family just beats every other trip out there. After the very eventful trip that this was, the last day we chose to just relax, wander around town, have some coffee, and the kids wanted some sushi time. So we had to get them sushi. So we all ended this beautiful trip at this lovely, lovely sushi restaurant. One of those corner restaurants, and all of us had some yummy food. We drank away to our bellies, and then of course we clicked some lovely photos in those Japanese backdrop, and yeah, we called it a trip. And saying bye to my lovely bachas came to an end this beautiful trip to Tiblisi, Georgia. I hope you liked watching it. Thank you.